following is a production of Watlington Shires and Pierce Productions. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Center has the new and used vehicles that you're looking for. If your vehicle needs service, stop by WrightChryslerDodgeJeep.com and get your service appointment, and also shop online. Then come on down and let the guys make a great deal for you. And our knowledgeable staff will not let you leave without knowing everything about your new or used vehicle. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram supports all the students of the Piney Woods.
All right, buddy, welcome to Rusk, Texas. It's the counselor, Stephen Shires, along with the voice of Center Rough Rider Baseball, Mr. Jason Locke. And we are right here. No pregame show because got to get everything set up, and it's always different. But we're here, and we're getting the first pitch as we have Wolf stepping in. And we got a left-handed pitcher on the mound for the Eagles this evening.
Yeah, this will be Moore pitching for the Eagles. First pitch, and that's a ball high. Well, beautiful night here at the ballpark. Absolute blue skies. The sunshine's going to be a little tough on the left fielder, short and third for a few, maybe an hour or so. Wolf hits this hard towards short, and Blankenship comes up throwing. Wolf beats the throw. That pulled Pepin off the bag anyway. Wolf hustling down the line. I think he would have beat the throw no matter what. Pepin had to jump to save that from going into the dugout, and the Riders have their leadoff on here in the top of the first. That's going to bring up T.J. Bellin batting in the 2-hole tonight. Jaden Lane will be behind him on deck. Wolf with a good lead at first, always aggressive on the bases, but he does have a left-handed pitcher tonight. They are going to check, and Wolf is back safe. Haven't seen Moore pitch. Davis went the entire 8 innings Tuesday night for this Rusk Eagle team. And TJ squares to bunt, but pulls it back and takes the ball inside. And a swing and a miss. And that'll be a strike on TJ, 1-1. This is a must-win game for the Rough Riders. A tough loss in extra innings Tuesday night at the Horseshoe, losing 1-0 in the bottom of the 8th. Wolf is back. So in order to have a shot, the Riders have to win tonight, and that'll force a playoff because we are tied currently for 4th in the district with the Eagles. And a swing and a miss, and that's strike 2 on TJ. So the Riders nowhere to go here. We've got to pull it out tonight, and they're determined to do so. 1-2 to TJ, and a good curveball misses. 2-2. TJ, one of our seniors, celebrated senior night at the Horseshoe on Tuesday. Gonna miss him. A starter in every sport. And this hit hard towards short. Blankenship bobbles it, and Wolf is safe, and TJ safe. Everybody's safe. Well, you feel bad for Blankenship, but the E on 6, and the Riders have 2 men on and no outs. Wolf in scoring position for Jaden Lane.
Lane has steadily moved up in the lineup. I mean, I remember when he was batting like 8th or 9th in the middle, and now he is 3rd in the lineup.
Yeah, batting 3rd tonight. He batted in the cleanup hole on Tuesday, so moving up, putting a lot of he took a lot of pitches, made the pitcher work hard, but he was very selective, and when he did swing the bat, he made them pay. So a foul ball here. Coach Ellis very aggressive Tuesday night on the base pass. We'll see what the Riders do tonight. Nothing to lose, folks. It's all on the table tonight. And Lane swinging hard at that pitch, strike 2. that one low and misses. So 1 and 2 to Lane. No outs. Runners at first and second. And he hits the curveball foul. That was a good job by Lane. That pitch would have been in for a strike. Able to just get enough on it. All right.
We can hear you okay.
Here we go. Yeah, I'm cutting in and out a little bit.
On your, it's in your headset. It's not coming. It's not in the end. You're sounding good, as usual.
And the runners break, and they take the pitch, and no throws. So the Riders, with a double steal, move 2 men into scoring position. Wolf moves up to third. TJ at second. Lane has a 2-2 count with no outs.
See if Lane will get a 2 RBI single right here.
Told you the Riders are being aggressive on the base path. And strike 3. Lane went for an inside fastball, just not able to get enough of that. So 1 away brings up Cody Atkinson.
Talking to you, Locke, about the main problem the Riders had the other night. They'd get runners on third and second, just couldn't get them home.
Yeah, we had a 0-0 ball game going into extra innings, and the Riders many chances could not get that runner home. Atkinson takes a big curveball, strike 1. Really aggressive at the plate, really aggressive on the base path Tuesday night. Both teams, folks, if you saw the game, it was a pitching duel. That one low, 1-1. Both teams played extremely well, extremely hard. The 2 starting pitchers pitched the entire regular game. Wolf outstanding for the Riders. And this is going to be popped up foul. So a 1-2 count here. Davis was pitching for the Rusk Eagles. He pitched a terrific game, actually pitched all 8 innings for the Eagles. All right, Atkinson, 1-2 count, 1 away. And that pitch well outside. Good bit of backstop here, so a pass ball is going to be trouble in this part, just like it is in ours. There is a pad directly behind home plate, but the rest of it is block wall. And that pitch outside. Cody works himself to a full count.
Is it full or 3-1?
Should be. No, it's 3-2. He fouled off, had a curveball called strike, and then fouled off the next pitch. Full count, 1 away.
Need to put this ball in play.
And this is driven hard to left. It's going to get over the left fielder. That'll score 2. And Atkinson rolls into second with a 2 RB out double to start things off here in the top of the first. That, folks, was a shot. And I told you the sun would be trouble out there. That was a line drive all the way to the fence. The left fielder, and I'm just speculating, but I don't think he picked the ball up until it was already on him and it went over his head. So tough to see out there right now. The Riders take advantage. A 1-out, 2 RBI double by Atkinson. Logan Horton comes up. Atkinson on second. They're going to turn and look him back. So the Riders draw first blood here in the top of the first. And Horton takes a good fastball, strike 1. And this hit hard. That'll get down. There's another base hit. They're sending Atkinson. He's rolling home. There will be a throw, and he is safe. Safe at home. Horton digs for third. He'll have a stand-up triple with an RBI. Boy, the Riders aggressive here. Atkinson never backed off.
Atkinson took such a...
He had to run around Coach Ellis. Coach Ellis was giving him the red light. And Atkinson chugging around, went around to the outside of Coach Ellis. Came in with a Superman slide, safe at the plate. The throw did come in, but it was very high and offline. No chance for a tag. So the Riders add another run here with one out.
And Horton
was flying.
Yes, and great base runnings. He ends up at third base.
And this will be Sutton Link. He takes that curveball in for strike one. Yeah, Horton never checked up. When he saw the cutoff man throw home, he hit second and kept rolling. This hit hard over the shortstop. That'll be another RBI for the Riders. And the center fielder misplaced it. Link's going to take second, dig for third. Nope, they're going to wave him back. Good choice, good choice. The center fielder just came up with an empty glove, didn't realize the ball had gotten past him, and Sutton Link takes an extra base. Add another RBI. It is 4-0 with one out here in the top of the first. So this is going to draw a visit to the mound by the Rusk coach. Doesn't like what he sees.
We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back. We'll be more here. Rough Riders jumping on the Eagles here early.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with best of Nacogdoches and best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
All right, go ahead.
All right, folks, welcome back. Wow, big first inning here for the Riders. It is 4-0 already, one out. The Riders have a man on second, and that's going to bring Gage Vadrine to the plate. Sutton Link standing out at second. And he swings at the first pitch and fouls it back. Riders being very, very aggressive here against the left-hander Moore. And there's that curveball for a strike. Moore's got that pitch working pretty well. Throwing it very aggressively, throwing it well. The Riders are jumping all over his fastball. They do turn on Link. There's no one there, so no throw. And this is hit softly. It's a chopper. They'll have to go to first. And they do get the out on Vadrine, but he moves Link over to third, and we're 90 feet away. So good job by Gage putting that ball in play. Had no choice but to go to first base. It was a high chopper. Gage made him throw it, and Link was able to roll into third base. That's going to bring up Trenton Stockwell, our lefty. And there's two away. And there's the big curveball for strike one.
Well, I mean, that's where you get this one more and put 5 up.
And the curveball over Stockwell's head. Count now 1-1 with 2 away.
So we have a runner at third.
And that one low and outside, 2-1. And a breaking pitch. Must have been a changeup. That ball didn't break.
I think it was supposed to break and just didn't.
Counts 3-1.
3-1.
Kind of floated up there, but it just missed the zone. And this is going to be hit high and foul by Stockwell. So the count now full. He got the fastball he was looking for. After 3 consecutive curveballs, Moore comes back with a fastball, and it's fouled off. Stockwell hits this one right up the pipe. Can he beat the second baseman's throw?
Nope.
And they get Stockwell, but not before the Riders put 4 up here in the top of the first. It's 4-0 in Rusk. We'll be right back.
Father, for lunch today, I would like a salad.
Father, for lunch, I'd like one of those American
no, I couldn't possibly.
cheeseburgers.
I'm
Ice
a
cream is a
vegetarian.
cheeseburger. That's
How
what
can
I need.
Father?
Ice cream.
Oh, when everyone in your family thinks they're royalty, take them someplace where they can all get something good. Dairy Queen. So if you need a new set of tires, Center Tire's the place to go? Check. What if you just need one tire repaired? Check. But what if your car needs an oil change or it needs to be aligned? Check and check. It's all there at Center Tire. People come to Covington Lumbers for construction projects, and one of those, paint projects. Whether it's exterior or interior, Covington's has you covered. With the Farrell Calhoun brand, over 120 years of excellence, vivid colors.
For paint, it's Covington's.
All right, buddy, welcome back. We go to the bottom of the first. Riders tack on 4 here early.
Batting for the Eagles, Bentley Moore.
All right, so Moore, the left-handed pitcher, is going to lead things off. We'll face Moore, Hicks, and Blankenship.
Bellin on the mound. He's going to start him off with a ball that's going to miss high.
And this is fouled out of play over the first base dugout. It's got a little change up on the Rough Rider defense tonight. Got Evans in center field. They moved Atkinson over to left and Barnes in right.
Oh, that's nice. Oh,
nice pitch.
oh, I thought that was surely going to be a
Goodness.
strike.
That one is kind of a shock there. Thought that pitch was in, and thought that pitch was in.
That one might have been a little low, but I'm not sure what was wrong with the one before.
So a 3-1 count to the batter, and Bellin winds up, and outside 4-ball walk. So Rusk with the leadoff run on with
Now
a base on ball.
for the Eagles, Taryn Hicks.
And that'll bring Hicks to the plate.
Interesting choice of walk-up music.
Yeah.
I kind of like it.
All right, big lead over at first with Moore. And a good pitch from Bellin for strike one. Bellin really had his good stuff, that curveball working last week. And this fastball is hit sky high into center field. Evans over and puts the glove on it. So one away here in the bottom of the first.
Now bat for the Eagles, Cade Blankenship.
So Blankenship, the shortstop, comes up in the 3-hole. And TJ starts him off with the curveball, and it misses outside. And a good fastball for strike one, count even now. And that breaking ball just misses outside. 2-1. Another half step over at first base. And this one in the dirt. Going to get past Lane, and the runner will advance. So a 3-1 count now on the batter. TJ steps away and calls Lane out. Got a little confusion with our signals. All right, here we go. So a 3-1 count on the batter. There is one away and a runner at second base for the Eagles. And that pitch high and outside, ball 4. So 2 walks issued here in the bottom of the first by Bellin.
Batter for the Eagles, Carter Holland.
Sometimes it takes Bellin an inning or two to kind of get settled.
So this will be Carter Holland. He is the DH. He's got 2 men on and 1 out.
Chris, this umpire seems to have a pretty tight strike zone.
Yeah, it's pretty tight, especially on the breaking pitches. They do go to second. Good tag applied by Wolf. The runner stays on. We were able to pick off a couple of guys Tuesday night. Wolf was on the mound, caught 2 of them leaning. TJ with a good move, too. And this one gets past Lane in the dirt, and the runners will advance to second and third. Fastball just getting a little too deep. Kind of skipped off the plate, went through the wickets.
Yep.
All right, so 2 men in scoring position. There is 1 away for Holland. And this one a check swing foul ball. Two count, 1 away. Long look here, and TJ's going to step off. And we'll check back in and start over. And the curveball stays high, full count. Oh, and a miss. That should be ball 4.
I don't think that's right. I think
the runner.
I think the scoreboard was wrong.
Scoreboard's wrong. Okay.
I think it was.
Okay.
I think it's 3-1 is what I think the count is.
Umpire's going to check because he thought he showed ball 4 on his fingers. He held up 4 fingers. He's going to ask.
I thought the count was 1-1.
Okay, so the scoreboard showed a full count. The umpire showed a full count on his fingers, so he missed a pitch. It is now 3-2. Okay. So the umpire in the field had it right.
Right, and so did I till I changed it because I thought I was wrong.
And we're going to step away again. Lane and Bellin not on the same page with their signals. Not sure what we got going on, but Wolf's going to go in and make sure that whatever indicator signal cross was messed up, they've now gotten straightened out. These guys have been playing together since they were like in, crib age. So they know each other in and out. And lost him on ball 4. So a tough
Now up to
walk
bat,
the bases
Nash
full here.
Acker.
TJ making some good pitches. The zone is pretty tight tonight, folks. So we've got 1 out and bases loaded, and that brings up the catcher, Acker, but looks like Coach Ellis wants to have a visit to the mound.
You hate to put 4 up on the top of the first and then give it all back. So.
Yeah, and the pitches aren't missing that much.
Yep.
It's just a much tighter strike zone than we've been seeing. TJ's curveball is catching corners, but not well enough for the umpire to call it. All right. So here we go. Everybody settles down. They get a defensive play called here.
I was going to bring up one of the seniors for Rusk, number 14, Acker.
So the Riders are in regular depth. We've got 1 out. They'll play for the double play on the infield.
Exactly.
And a good job by Lane. That one was outside in the dirt. He was able to slide out and knock it down. And same pitch, 2-0. And that one 3-0. Same pitch, folks. 3 fastballs, 3 in the dirt. See TJ kind of shaking his head. Nowhere to put him.
Nope. Acker definitely take it here, right?
Yeah, he's red light at the plate for sure. And that one misses for ball 4. That's going to walk in the first run for Rusk. So Bellin has walked the bases full and then walked in the first run for Rusk. So that's going to draw a second visit from Ellis, and that's going to do it for Bellin.
We don't need no cats. We need more dogs.
All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll see what happens.
Hope Community Medicine is a nonprofit faith initiative with a primary mission of providing quality health care to the people of East Texas, regardless of race, religion, socioeconomic status, or ability to pay. At Hope Community Medicine, they want to be the leading deep East Texas care provider recognized for their outstanding patient care, innovative technologies, programs, and medicines, as well as a highly motivated and distinguished staff. Hope Community Medicine, founded in faith, focused on family.
What do you think of when you hear the word ace? In tennis, it means a serve so good the opponent can't touch it. In warfare, you want your very best, your ace. And in cards, it's the best card you can draw. Same way is true in hardware. Ace is the place for so many things. When you need your best, it's Ace.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Looks like Horton's going to come in.
Yeah, Horton pitched 1 inning of relief on Tuesday night. He came in and pitched the 8th.
So, Locke, you remember me telling you on Master Sunday, I got a flat tire in my truck, and I call up Center Tire, and Trey Burns answers it. And, well, I got part 2 of that story coming up because he set the truck out and replaced my tire out there because, like a dummy, I couldn't get my spare off the back. But there's more to the story. We'll talk about that later. That's Center Tire.
And the big curveball for strike 1 from Horton. Bases loaded, folks. We've got 1 out. This is Hill at the plate for the Rusk Eagles. And a hard hit ball to center. And a good play by Evans. They are going to send the runner home, and there's no throw.
Next up the bat for the Eagles, Malachi
sacrifice fly for the RBI by the Rusk Eagles. That's going to leave runners at first and second. There are now 2 outs, and the score is 4-2. Yeah, not sure what happened there. Wolf cut it off and spun to throw, but could not throw. I don't know if the sun was causing problems. don't want to speculate.
I don't know that he would have. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was already, the runner was already halfway down the line. I don't think it would have mattered. All right, so this is a left-handed batter, number 8. This is Overstreet. We did not see him play Tuesday night. He's playing left field tonight. And a swing and a miss. Strike 1. So now 2 outs, men at first and second. And that nice pitch right on the corner. You saw Lane frame it up, but did not get the call. 1-1. And a foul tip. 1-2.
Sometimes we get an umpire, you think he must have been a pitcher.
Yeah.
He played. This guy must have been a designated hitter.
Yeah, he's got a tight zone.
Calling it tight both ways, but man, it makes for a long game.
And a swing and a miss. There's your first twice the ice strikeout for Logan Horton. So the Riders get out of a jam, a bases loaded 1-out jam. They do give up a couple of runs. It is 4-2. We appreciate Joe's Car Spa, our Rusk Series sponsor. We'll be right back.
People come to Covington Lumbers for construction projects, and one of those, paint projects. Whether it's exterior or interior, Covington's has you covered. With the Farrell Calhoun brand, over 120 years of excellence, vivid colors.
For paint, it's Covington's.
Sandy Cox is a good State Farm agent. Just ask Drake. He knows. State Farm agents in general are pretty cool, but Sandy Cox has the answers to your questions. Like, what's best for me, for my kids, for my business, for my farm? For all of us in Shelby County, those questions can be answered at Sandy Cox State Farm. So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the Pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center.
Hey, y'all got a dirty truck.
Well, then take it to Joe's Car Spa for a spa day.
At Joe's, they make them shine.
And they're standing by to work with the community.
They was elected best of Shelby County this year, and it's called Joe's, but it probably ought to be called Reed since Reed Grant owns it.
So, Billy Don, when it's time for your car or truck to have a spa day, where do you take it?
I don't know where.
All right, we're back. We got Barnes up, and the first pitch is going to be a ball.
Barnes playing right field for the Riders tonight. And that pitch outside, 2-0.
I think that's the thing to do here, right, Locke, is take some pitches.
Yeah, we need to work him a little bit, especially here at the bottom of the order. That one skips in, 3-0. Yeah, Barnes doing exactly what he needs to do here. Just he's got a couple more pitches to take in a 3-0 count. And that one right down Broadway, 3-1. And this is going to be slapped.
That's fair.
Oh, that's a good ball. He'll be there. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Safe at first. The overthrow not. Oh, it comes right back. So Barnes beats out a shot to third. That ball was like a cannon. The third baseman over there able to knock it down.
Yeah.
That's Davis at third. Knocked it down, but boy, it was a shot. Barnes able to beat that.
It was right down the line. Good job by the third baseman for Rusk, because if it gets by him, that's probably a double.
So for the second inning in a row, the Riders have their leadoff man on, and we're back to the top of the order. This is Easton Wolf. Easton slaps this into right field. The right fielder is back and bounces, one hops the fence. Barnes chugs for third. Wolf's going to stop at second. And the Riders in business again. Wolf with a double.
Wolf learned his lesson. Remember, that was almost a Stockwell scenario.
That's right. Wolf almost caught Barnes. He was cranking. He knew he had a double all the way. Barnes kind of stopped and looked for the ball, and Coach was waving him the whole time. So a shot from Wolf. He hit that same pitch at home Tuesday night, and it one-hopped the wall. Same pitch, same spot in right field.
That one, just with a little more oomph on it, is gone.
All right, well, the Riders got something going here. No outs. Runners at second and third for T.J. Bellin. And he takes a ball.
Well, I was going to say, I'm going to sit up here.
Yeah.
See if you do the same thing.
Take a few pitches and groove one for me. And that one low, 2-0. Yeah, Barnes is long-legged. He's kind of got the high-water pants on. I'm not sure they make baseball pants long enough for Barnes. And there's your – no, that one's inside. 3-0, folks. Bellin. 3-0 at the plate as well.
I'm telling you, this is a tight strike zone. Again, both ways. But, I mean, we see that called a strike all the time.
He's taken all the way there, 3-1. They do have first base open. All right, so Bellin got a green light now. Let's see what he does, 3-1. They bring the infield in, and Bellin cranks one to the outfield. This is going up, 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 up.
Is it out?
And a catch by the center fielder about 2 steps off the fence. Barnes scores easily, and the Riders put up a 5 on the board. So an RBI sacrifice fly by T.J. Bellin, and the Riders lead 5-2. Boy, he put 348 on that 350-foot fence.
I know. Like, I think if it was before it starts going up. I mean, I think if he'd have had another couple of extra hamburger today, that might have been gone.
And a dangerous hitter at the plate, Jaden Lane. He takes curveball, strike one. He's got Wolf standing at third with 1 out. And another curveball misses, 1-1. The Riders have just about made more dependent on the curveball for strikes. Every fastball he's thrown across the plate, we're slapping it over the fence here. And that's another curveball, but it stays outside. 2-1. Lane, one of our more patient hitters at the plate. He's going to make you work for it. And there's a curveball, 3-1.
That one just stayed up.
The last 3 fastballs that Moore has thrown have landed in the outfield.
Well, I'll sit on that curve right here.
There's the fastball outside, ball 4. And Jaden trots down to first. We've got runners on the corners with 1 away, and that's going to draw a visit from the Rusk coach.
Moore's curveball is his best pitch. It's much better than his fastball.
Well, and the Riders are just raking the fastball. So he's kind of gotten backed into a corner here with 1 pitch. Unfortunately, you can't live with nothing but a curveball, and the Rusk coach
makes
a change. So both starting pitchers are going to be out and not finish the second inning.
Kind of the diametrically opposed to what you saw Tuesday night.
That's right. We had a pitching duel Tuesday night. Tonight, neither starter gets out of the second.
All right, well, let's take a break. Hear from a couple sponsors. We'll be right back.
The following sponsors back all of our area teams all spring long. They include Batters Law Firm. When your case matters, it's got to be Batters. Hope Medical, providing quality medical care, also provides hope. Portacool, maker of the Apex Series fans for peak cooling. Sandy Cox Insurance, your State Farm Good Neighbors supports all the Piney Woods teams. Diamond Bees, for cooking just like home. And Blake Furniture on Selma Street, the best furniture at the best prices. And Farmer State Bank, an institution for over a century. Piney Woods Sports and NETSN says thank you to these fine sponsors of Rough Rider baseball and softball. Bird Forestry, helping industry protect nature. Granny Bee Snow Cones, the sign that summer is here. The Pizzeria, the taste of a generation. And TNR Steaks and More, all you can eat, all the time. And Ray Jones Chevrolet. Let Marlon Ray, Mr. Chevrolet, show you what's on the lot. These sponsors say, go Riders.
Hey, y'all got a dirty truck.
Well, then take it to Joe's Car Spa for a spa day.
At Joe's, they make 'em shine.
And they're standing by to work with the community.
They was elected best of Shelby County this year, and it's called Joe's, but it probably ought to be called Reed since Reed Grant owns it.
So, Billy Don, when it's time for your car or truck to have a spa day, where do you take it?
I don't know where.
All right, welcome back, folks. Got Tim Hill on the mound for Rusk. Riders have gotten another run in, and we've got Wolf at third and Lane at first.
Cody Atkinson steps in for the Riders. Cody smells blood in the water. Let's see what he can do here. Got one out. They do pick first. Lane back easy.
Dangerous if you try to pick off and you miss, it's going to be another run.
And that little bit off speed fooled Atkinson. Ball was well outside.
Yep.
I think he was looking for a different pitch, didn't get it. So Hill wants a conference with his catcher, make sure that he and Acker are on the same page. Acker does have a good arm. He threw out two Riders trying to steal second on Tuesday night. And the big curveball misses, 1-1.
So we see Lane at first. We look over, we see Wolf at third. 1-1 is the count at the plate.
That one well outside. Acker barely got a mid on it. So 2-1. Cody pretty dangerous at the plate.
Yep. He's an aggressive hitter. He does not walk very often.
And a swing and a miss. That pitch fooled him as well. Not sure what he's looking for, but you saw the bat just kind of float through the zone. So now 2-2. And this is hit a mile high. Wolf's going to tag up on the play and should score. The catch is made, and Wolf is digging. He'll be in no problem. So the Riders added another one. RBI sacrifice fly for Cody Atkinson. Now it's 6-2 Rough Riders here in the top of the second, and Horton will come up to the plate. Lane still standing on first. 2 away. And a pop foul from Horton. Horton's got a lot of power, deceptive power. We've seen him put balls out of here. And that fastball misses 1-1.
Those pitches just look good from our angle.
They do. They're not calling the corners at all tonight.
Yeah.
This is hit a mile high. It is drifting foul and it is out of play. All right, so 1-2 now. And that one skips in to Horton, 2-2.
Good job by Acker to keep the ball in front of him. See if Horton can keep it going. He's going to foul another one back and off.
That was a tough pitch. He really couldn't take that. It was in on his hands,
Yeah.
but it was just too tight, so he went ahead and just got a piece of it,
Yeah.
stayed alive.
That's what you do.
Lived to fight another day. 2-2 count, 2 away. Lane still at first base.
Pretty healthy lead for him, for Lane. 1 foot is off the
And this
grass.
one
That
skips by. Lane will go to second. You saw the ball bounce off that block wall and come right back to the catcher. But Lane, as you said, already had a heck of a lead over there at first, and it was an easy base for him. All right, so with 2 outs, Lane now in scoring position. We'll see what Horton can do. It's a full count. And he just pokes one. This is going to bloop into right. The second baseman, Hill, makes the play, but not before the Riders add a little insurance. It's now 6-2. We're headed for the 3rd inning. Hey, go by Joe's Car Spa and get your car cleaned up. The rain is over for a few days.
Yep.
You got to look good coming into the weekend.
All right, we'll be right back, folks.
Behold the chicken fried steak sandwich. This particular chicken fried steak sandwich can only be found at Diamond Bee Cafe in Center, Texas. And it pairs very well with seasoned fries and sweet tea. And if you're lucky, there'll be some of that Nana's banana pudding to go along with it. Get by Diamond Bee Cafe in Center and see the wonderful folks and all the wonderful menu items for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
What do you think of when you hear the word ace? In tennis, it means a serve so good the opponent can't touch it. In warfare, you want your very best, your ace. And in cards, it's the best card you can draw. Same way is true in hardware. Ace is the place for so many things. When you need your best, it's ace.
All right, welcome back. We got Horton coming back out. Start the second. We figure he will hopefully go the distance for the Rough Riders here. It's going to bring up
Leading off for the
number
Eagles,
10,
Ross Davis.
Ross Davis for the Eagles. Riders up 6-2 here. Logan starts him off-speed pitch. Swings through the second pitch, makes the count 0-2. And that's strike 3.
Twice the ice strikeout for Logan Horton.
Number 2 on the night.
Now batting Trenton Pippin.
So
Boy,
Trenton Pippin up.
It is twice the ice season, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's all of a sudden.
Things are getting warm. Go by and fill up those ice chests, folks. Takes that pitch outside for a ball. And check swing. They say he did go
around.
1-1. This is Pepin. I think he might be one of the coach's sons.
I believe that's right.
Plays first base for the Eagles. And the big hook just missed. 2-1.
Oh,
There
it's
it
right
is.
down there.
2-2 right down Broadway. And this hit hard but foul down the third base line.
see if Horton can come back with the big hook here. That's what I love about Horton. He's quick. He just doesn't break down.
There it was, stayed out of the zone, so we got a full count. Payoff pitch from Horton.
Ball
and
four.
He's going to walk him.
One thing I like about Horton, as I was saying a second ago, they don't need a pitch clock for him.
Now batting.
No, he's going to work quickly.
Bentley Moore.
Back to the top of the order for Rusk with Bentley Moore.
Moore was the leadoff, or excuse me, the starting pitcher. He shows bunt, but pulls away. No call there. Lane even turned and asked about it. And that pitch high as well. So we got Pepin at first, one out. Good lead at first base. Big curveball. Moore had bailed all the way on that. He did not get the call. 3-0. And a ball for a walk. So 2 walks issued back-to-back here by Horton. This brings up number 17.
Now batting Trent Hicks.
Trenton Hicks. There we are.
There's the curveball, strike one.
You just got to put it right down the middle and make Rusk swing the bat.
They do go to second. It's thrown away into center field, but Evans is there. No chance for the runner to advance. There was a good move there. They actually had the runner leaning toward third, but the throw goes errant.
And we know Horton's got a great move.
Got a great pickoff move. Just pulled that ball around a little too far. Good defense by Evans to keep the runner there. And this one foul back.
0-2.
Steady stream of curveballs coming. There's strike 3, a twice the eye swinging strikeout for Horton.
Strikeout number 3.
Next up the bat, Cade Blankenship.
Horton, one of those seniors, we are definitely going to miss him. All right, Blankenship, shortstop, comes to the plate. There's a man at first and second, but we have 2 outs. And he hits the curveball into the gap. That's going to get down. Atkinson comes up throwing. They're going to cut this. Come home, not in time. The run scores. They go to third. They got the runner at third. How did he? They say that Link missed the tag. You're kidding me. He tagged him coming in.
Oh, he was out by a mile.
He was out by a step and a half on the way in. Link just stood up because he knew he had him. Link knew he had him. Umpire says he missed the tag coming in, and he dove back. There is no way, folks. Link had him tagged by a mile. There's 3 umpires on the field. We got to get this stuff right. I mean, Link tagged him and stood up because he knew he had him.
Yeah.
He overslid. Link didn't dive for him because he knew he was out.
Right, he tagged him by a mile.
My goodness, they're going to get together and talk about this. This isn't even close, people.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't understand.
There's 3 umpires on the field because Tuesday night there was some controversy on the umpiring. We come here to Rusk and they add an umpire, and we still have a call like that.
Yeah. I mean, we love the umpires and we appreciate what they do. A lot of times there are bang calls that can go either way. But I just don't understand that one.
Yeah, when an infielder tags and just stands up, he knows he's got you. He made the tag. If he misses, he's going to dive after the runner who overslid. All right, now there's 2 umpires involved. So I think the other umpire may have seen the tag. We're going to see what happens here. He should be out. Sudden Link is headed to the dugout. He thinks he tagged him.
I mean,
out at third base, baby. Sutton got him. Good job, Sutton Link. He knew it all the way.
Well, it's a good job for the officials to get together and get it right.
So the official that was over at first had a good look at it, too. He made the call and overruled it.
Well, and Rusk's manager is not.
He is hot. He's going to go talk to them.
I mean, he's going to talk to the umpire because he has to, but he doesn't look like he's that hot about it. I think he knows.
He was standing 5 foot from the tag when it happened. I think he knows it, but he's got to fight for his players.
He got to do his thing. Yeah. So we'll take a quick break. We'll be back for the start of the third. Riders up 6-3. Rusk is able to get a run.
These fine following sponsors bring you our coverage of Pineywood sports. Sandy Creek Land Enhancement, helping you make the most of your property. The great flavors of Rancho Grande, a great place to celebrate. First National Bank Tenaha, helping the area grow. Dr. Deborah Worsham, local choice, local expertise.
Father, for lunch today, I would like a salad.
Father, for lunch, I'd like one of those American
no, I couldn't possibly.
cheeseburgers.
I'm a vegetarian.
Cheeseburger. That's what I need.
Father.
Ice cream. Oh, when everyone in your family thinks they're royalty, take them someplace where they could all get something good. Dairy Queen.
All right. Here comes Sutton Link up to bat for the Rough Riders after making a great play at third, or really what was a relatively pedestrian play.
What we thought was a regular out turned into quite the brouhaha. So Link takes that a bouncer in for ball 1. And he tips this one 1-1. Yeah, Sutton just made the tag and stood up. It was a routine out, or so he thought.
I mean, it was one of those. Oh, nice cut.
And a swing and a miss, 1-2.
It's one of those things. Are you going to believe me or your lying eyes?
Now, the run did score, folks.
Yeah, and that's
the run
right.
scored. The tag was made behind the runner, and it was not a forced situation.
Right, yeah.
So it is 3-6. The Riders leading here in the top of the third. 1-2 count on Link. And that one skips in, 2-all. And this one skips in, full count.
Go down and appeal. That's awful close.
Oh, that was a payback. That was a payback. He did not go.
I think so, Locke? I don't know.
The umpire's going to say he did, so there's your first out.
Oh, I don't know, Locke. I thought he went, but hey, what do I know?
Well, that's kind of one of those, whether he did or not, the guy down the first base
line
overruled a call in the last inning.
Right.
So
yeah.
He's got to go to the concession stand like everybody else. And a foul tip here from Vadreen for strike 1. And this is going to be a knock down by the third baseman. Vadreen digs hard and safe at first. Yes, sir. Safe by a half step. The third baseman made a nice play, folks.
Yep.
Davis came over, but it just trickled away from the glove. He didn't get it cleanly.
Well, that was hit pretty. That was smashed.
Yeah, he hit
That's
it
the word
hard.
I'm going to call it.
Vadreen was digging all the way, thank goodness.
Bring up Stockwell.
So one away. Vadreen at first and Stockwell with the bat. And he shows bunt, and it bunts it foul. Not a bad place to bunt here.
No.
Especially for a left-hander.
Yep.
He doesn't exactly have a lot of speed on his side. We'll say that nicely. So every little bit helps.
We learned his feet's too big. He's got to grow into it.
Vadrine back easy there.
When he's 6'4",
And a freshman.
Yeah.
Shows bunt all the way and bunts it foul, strike 2. All right, Stockwell going to swing away here, 2 strikes. Expect something off speed. And they do. They come high, and he swings through it, strike 3. So 2 away. And that's going to bring up
Barnes.
This is Barnes.
Barnes with a hit in the first, right down the third baseline.
And he hits it same spot. This one just foul. Coach Ellis makes a nice play. And this one hit toward third, fair ball. They called a balk before the pitch, so the pitch did not count, and Vadrine will walk to second base. So I did not see it. I'm not sure what the balk call was. And oh, he didn't stop. That's what it was. So he did not come set. He rolled through the pitch, and they called a balk. And Barnes hits this one foul. So when the pitcher goes from the stretch, he has to stop and
yes.
pause, and he did not pause. He went straight through his motion. And all right. And I'm on. Can you hear me? There we
Yes.
go. Sorry about that. Barnes pops one up, and that'll be the third out of the inning. The Rough Riders still lead 6-3, headed to the bottom of the third when we come back.
At Shelby Savings Bank, the same thing that's true at the Selma Street location is true at the North Branch. It's where banking meets the smile. They're not just friendly tellers, they're your friendly tellers. And the smile on Manager Janet's face, it's contagious. When you say Shelby Savings Bank is your friendly hometown bank, well, you hit it right on the nose.
You know that Center Glass can fix your cracked windshield. But for the experts at Center Glass, fixing a windshield is just the beginning. Center Glass can also renovate your bathroom, turn your fixtures and shower into something entirely new.
Jack Allen,
Yes, sir.
what's something you like about TNR Steaks and More?
Oh, everything that they make that is fried.
Okay, give me an example.
Like the fried catfish, the fried chicken, anything that has crust on it, I love.
That and a good salad. TNR Steaks and More. Granny B's Snow Cone Center is your source for great summer treats. It begins with quality shaved ice. From there you get everything from the single colored snow cone to a really creative summer treat. And besides, the counselor likes it. They're also your home for Dippin' Dots. They've been supporting the Rough Riders for a mighty long time. So pull up to the window at Granny B's and let them serve you something special.
All right, welcome back. Horton's going to start the batter off with a strike.
This is Holland, the DH. And a swinging foul ball off his foot for strike 2. And this one popped foul.
I think Horton has kind of figured out what the strike zone is for this umpire.
And this one's a comebacker. It goes to T.J. Bellin. Bellin makes the throw and got him. That was a pretty hard shot just out of reach. Horton had fallen off the mound after making the pitch, and it came right back at him, but got under the glove, and T.J. there to make the play.
We have the catcher, Acker.
a strike to start him off. Acker, one of the 5 seniors starting for this Rusk team. They had senior night before the game tonight. And that misses, 1-all. Riders with a 6-3 lead here in the bottom of the third.
Oh,
and
right down
there's
the pipe.
strike 2. Horton pitching quickly and pitching well. 1-2 on Acker. This hit a mile high. Bellin, Evans calls and makes the play. That was actually a much tougher ball to play because it was hit so high.
We don't need no meows. We don't
Evans
need no
able to step up and make the proper call. TJ let him have it, and it's 2 outs. This is Hill, the current pitcher. And starts him with a curveball. He pops it up on the infield. Easton Wolf with the call and the play. And the Riders go 1-2-3. We'll come back and head to the top of the 4th with a 6-3 lead here in Rusk.
White Cottage Mercantile, elegance in 3 acts. Act 1, gourmet food that makes the home taste great. Act 2, gifts for the home that make it look great. Act 3, furniture with a homemade craftsmanship unlike any other. No matter where you travel, there's no place like White Cottage Mercantile.
B3, that's the name. What does that name mean to you? B3 Oregon, dude. It's the sound of the 60s. B3 is the only thing that is before B4. It's a vitamin, good for the teeth and bones. None of the above. It's B3 Car Wash right there on Tenha Highway. You can do it yourself or you can drive through. It's B3 Car Wash.
Going to bring up Wolf, who's 2 for 2 here this evening.
Riders back to the top of the order. Wolf swinging a hot stick. Whoa, and throws the bat. It goes over the dugout and off the wall.
Oh,
Wake
wow.
up, everybody. Not sure. Easton's like, oops.
Sorry, guys.
Let me dry my hands off real quick. Sorry about that. Y'all wake up over in the dugout.
Did it go over the dugout?
It went between the net and the wall of the dugout and bounced out into the crowd.
Oh, yeesh.
Logan Horton's dad hands it back in like nothing ever happened, and here we go.
Baseball dad.
1-1 count. And the pitch high, 2-1. And Wolf with a softy to short. They're going to come up throwing, and they get him.
Yeah, Wolf had trouble getting out of the gate.
Yeah, he slipped down. So the carpet here, and I know you probably can't see it on the camera, but there are extra thick pads of carpet to kind of protect the batter's box and the catcher's box. Not sure what the coach is asking about here.
We'll get a look at that lock, what you were talking about.
Yeah, you can kind of see where the catcher is. It's double thick carpet. Well, it's the same way for both batters' boxes. And when Wolf took off, he slipped down. Not sure if that had anything to do with it. And Bellin takes the ball outside, checks his swing. And not able to stop that one, 1-1. I have no idea what the Rusk coach came out. He was hot about something. Kind of gave the umpire an earful. Umpire kind of stared him down going back to his dugout. I have no idea what that was about.
Yeah, this umpire looks like he probably.
Bellin had called time, no time given. Here comes the coach again.
So what was the?
The umpire never gave a signal. He did say he verbally gave time. Rusk coach asked as well. Nobody knew, including Bellin.
Right.
This hit hard. That's going to get in the gap, and oh, what a play. Let's give credit where it's due, folks. That was a terrific play by Moore out in left field. I never thought he'd get there.
I thought that was going to be a double at least.
I had already said the ball's going to get down, and Moore reaches out and just snatches it. What a play by the left fielder for the Rusk Eagles.
Rusk Eagles, that's a play of the game right there. That was terrific.
So 2 outs now brings up Lane. And a big curveball from Hill misses, ball 1. That was terrific. Moore made a great play. I never thought he'd get there. Ooh, Lane was swinging for the fence there. 1-1. He hits this. It's a shallow blooper. That's and down. That looks like trouble. And Lane with a base knock with 2 outs. Just deep enough to get over the second baseman. Center field was kind of shading to left and never had a play.
Well, that just shows you the vagaries of baseball, right?
Absolutely.
Bellin gets up there and just drives one, and it gets an out, and Lane bloops one.
Yeah, he Texas leagues one out there.
That's right.
And he's on with 2 outs, and Atkinson comes to the plate. Cody takes fastball high and misses, ball 1. Fastball low, 2-0. The Rusk coach is pacing a hole in the dugout floor.
Yeah.
He is hot about something. I don't know if it's that call at third, but he is livid. 3-0 count here to Atkinson.
I think you almost give Atkinson the green light here.
And he gets one, hits it sharply to short. Short's going to go easy to second, and they get the play. Not a bad play. Atkinson hit that hard. Just hit it where they were. The Riders hold on to a 6-3 lead. We appreciate Joe's Car Spa sponsoring the Rusk Series. Riders up. Come back.
So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the Pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center.
Hey, y'all got a dirty truck.
Well, then take it to Joe's Car Spa for a spa day.
At Joe's, they make them shine.
And they're standing by to work with the community.
They was elected best of Shelby County this year, and it's called Joe's, but it probably ought to be called Reed since Reed Grant owns it.
So, Billy Don, when it's time for your car or truck to have a spa day, where do you take it?
I don't know where.
White Cottage Mercantile. Elegance in 3 acts. Act 1, gourmet food that makes the home taste great. Act 2, gifts for the home that make it look great. Act 3, furniture with a homemade craftsmanship unlike any other. No matter where you travel, there's no place like White Cottage Mercantile.
3, Adriel Heredia.
All right, number 3, Heredia is going to lead off for Rusk here in the bottom of the 4th.
And he's going to be a pinch hitter, folks. He's not been in the lineup until now, so we have no idea what he's capable of. And he fouls the first pitch he sees.
He's coming up swinging, we know that.
So he is batting for number 8, Overstreet. Overstreet's been playing left field. Heredia swings at that one and fouls it back. So down in the count 0-2 in a hurry. Horton very quick when he works the mound.
Yep.
And a swing and a miss. Strike 3, twice the eye strikeout for Logan Horton.
It's number 4 on the
Next
evening.
up the bat, number 10,
Ross Davis.
All right, third baseman Davis comes in with one away. And he fouls off the first pitch he sees. Horton working quickly and coming right at him. And that pitch just a hair out of the zone, 1-1. And this one hit a mile high. It'll stay on the infield. Horton's going to call it. Wolf calls him off and makes the play all the way over on the second base side. I don't think TJ ever saw it. TJ he threw his hands up and backed out of the way. It's a good thing that Wolf was on the chase. Yeah, TJ's looking up, shaking his head. I never saw the ball. So 2 away. This is Pepin. And down and inside, ball 1. 9-hole hitter. Horton goes at him. Oh, goodness gracious, that looked good. 2-0. Foul back, 2-1. Time called at the plate. This time we finally get a signal from the umpire. Unlike TJ.
Right.
And this one out of the zone, 3-1. Ball 4. Waited on the umpire to make the call. He never did. Even Lane asked him about it.
Now batting Bentley Moore.
He said that was a millimeter.
Yeah, Lane
low.
said, but I caught it right here. He actually held his hand down. I caught it right here. Yeah, no. All right, so 2 away, man on first. Back to the top of the order. This is Moore.
Moore making that huge play earlier.
Good job by Lane keeping that ball in play. All right, Pepin with a huge lead over at first. He's a half step over the edge of the grass.
That's in there. Oh, no.
My goodness, folks. I don't know what it's going to take here for a strike.
Well, it can't be at the knees. It needs to be at the mid-calf.
And a swing and a miss still counts. Strike 1. 2-1 on the batter. 2 away with a man at first. (3-1). Lane asks again, where's the pitch? He is giving nothing unless it is down the middle. There it is, strike 2, full count.
Right. No, I think he's got a umpire strike zone's a little higher. And
they run. And ball 4. All right, so a 2-out walk.
Taryn Hicks.
Going to bring up Hicks. And Coach Ellis comes out. Just makes a defensive call to his players. And Horton steps back up on the mound. Man at first and second, 2 away.
There we go.
There's a strike from the fastball. This one hit a mile high. It's going to stay fair. Link is calling for it in foul territory. Makes the play in fair territory. That was a tough one. Good job, Sutton Link. And the Riders are out of a jam. It's still 6-3. We'll be right back.
Granny B Snow Cone Center is your source for great summer treats. It begins with quality shaved ice, and from there you get everything from the single-colored snow cone to a really creative summer treat. And besides, the counselor likes it. They're also your home for Dippin' Dots. They've been supporting the Rough Riders for a mighty long time. So pull up to the window at Granny B's and let them serve you something special. Do you own a plot of land? If you do, no matter what the size or the makeup of that plot, Bird Forestry needs to be on your side. They like to say, it's your forest. Let Bird Forestry help you manage it.
All right. Looks like we're going to lead off with Horton.
Horton doing a good job on the
Now
mound. Now he'll pick up a
Number
bat.
8, Logan Horton.
Try to help his own cause here in the top of the 5th. And he hits this one high. It's going to be a pop to the shortstop, Blankenship. And he makes the play. So after a shaky start by both of the starting pitchers, the relievers have kind of settled in here.
Yep.
Into the middle innings. Sutton Link comes up for the Riders.
Riders so far have doubled up Rusk, 6-3. A must-win game for the Riders tonight.
And that curveball, no break. Riders find themselves with their backs against the wall. This is a play or go home kind of deal. And Link hits this off the button, and it just trickles to first base. Not what he wanted to do with it for the second out. So if the Riders finish things out and win tonight, there will be a playoff tomorrow between these two teams to determine that 4th place finish and who goes and who goes home.
Right. Somewhere, sometime tomorrow, we don't know where. Coaches probably do.
Yeah, I'm sure they've agreed on something in a what-if scenario. Vadreen at the plate, and he takes strike 1. Excuse me, I missed a pitch. It's 1-1.
It's 1-1, yes.
And he hits this, but foul down the third baseline, 1-2. Of course, the softball playoffs are underway. Teams all over East Texas playing tonight and tomorrow. And that ball low, 2-2. Heard one of the spectators that the Rusk Lady Eagles had won their first game tonight. Vadreen fouls this back and stays alive, 2-2. Quite a few games going on. We hear another playoff game getting underway over at the softball field as we speak.
Oh, nice pitch.
Oh, and a tough curveball to Vadreen, and he catches it for strike 3. And we'll head to the bottom of the 5th. The Riders still on top, 6-3. Appreciate Joe's Car Spa bringing us the series here in Rusk.
Serving our communities for over a century, Farmers State Bank continues to meet the financial needs of East and Central Texas. With roots that run deep, Farmers State Bank serves as a source of financial strength to meet the needs of our neighbors. From a comprehensive range of financial products to individual service, we remain dedicated to being a true community bank. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams.
We take our cars for granted, but what happens when they won't start, or they won't run, or they won't turn off, or you get the lights on the dash that say something's wrong and you don't know what to do with it? East Texas Auto Care. It's on Tenaha Highway as you leave town on the left, and they can take care of everything. The trained technicians understand the complicated electronics as well as the engine itself. The Mendoza family would love to take care of you and your vehicle at East Texas Auto.
Honeywood Sports and NETSN say thank you to our season-long sponsors that proudly bring us Center softball and baseball. Ace Hardware is the place. Center Tire, new ownership, new services, same attention to quality. And Covington Lumber, your third-generation supply store and lumber yard.
Here we are, folks, with a little Sweet Carolina, our fifth inning stretch. This is brought to you by Farmers State Bank. We heard from them.
Eagles, Cade Blankenship.
He's going to bring up Blankenship for the Eagles.
We'll face Blankenship, Holland, and Acker here in the bottom of the fifth. And that pitch going to be out of the zone, ball one.
There's a
it
good
is.
pitch.
Evens things up, 1-all. And this one hit foul. Sutton Link makes the play over at third. We'll line up and do it again. 1-2.
Curveball or fastball here, Locke?
Fastball.
There it is. Real high, trying to give him a swing.
Yeah, he's got plenty of pitches to waste here, so 2-2. Now you may see the curveball. There it is, and it's a comebacker. Boy, Horton, cat-like on the mound, stabs that and throws him out at first base. Horton was on his hind end with that one.
24, Carter Holland.
For the first out here in the bottom of the fifth. That brings up the DH, Holland. He's been a tough out all night. Also one of the Rusk seniors that was recognized here before the game. Nice little ceremony for their last home game. And starts him with a breaking ball. Looked like a changeup actually for strike one. Comes back fastball, strike two, and blew it by him. Set him up with the changeup, paid him off with the fastball. Comes back with a high fastball, same pitch. 1-2. And the breaking ball, and there's strike three, a twice the ice strikeout for Logan Horton.
Now
Number 5.
14, Nash Acker.
Going to bring up Acker here with 2 outs. Again, that's the 5th strikeout for Horton, who came in the bottom of the second, right?
Yep. Acker
Or was it bottom of the first?
No, he came in the second. He did come in the second. No outs in the second, I believe. All right, so Acker comes to the plate. He's the senior catcher for the Eagles. 2-0 count so far. And a good fastball, 2-1. Coach for Rush jogged down and said something to Acker before he went in the box. Not sure what that was. Probably just some encouragement to his senior in his last home game.
Yep.
And a foul ball makes it 2-2. Whoa, a little chin music with the fastball, full count. And this one hit sharp just over the outstretched and very tall Stockwell.
Oh, good job by Barnes out there.
Wow.
To go get that and limit that to a single. That had two bags written all over it.
That should have been a double with anyone else playing right field. Barnes was hustling off the bat and was already in foul territory before it got past Stockwell. Good job out there in right field by Barnes.
So Acker with a 2-out hit. And he's going to take a pretty big, healthy lead that there was not know about Horton.
Lane with a good job smothering that. Yeah, Horton's got a great move, and Lane has a cannon from behind the plate.
Yeah, I think Horton needs to take a shot over there. I think he can get him. That's it, because he's a huge lead. I think he's completely on the grass. Let's see what kind of lead he gets. Not this time. It's a little less. He's got 1 foot on the grass.
And this is hit in the gap. Nothing we can do about that into left field. That's a base hit for Hill.
I'm sorry, folks.
Now back.
I missed that. Oh, my bad.
Adriel Heredia.
Sorry.
Yeah, no play. Link just kind of threw a glove up, but there was no play between. Perfect hit right in the gap between short and third. So runners now at second and first. There are 2 outs. Heredia comes back in. He is batting for Overstreet.
Heredia came up swinging last time.
And swinging here and a miss. Strike 1. Right down Broadway, but not called. Wow, Lane framed it up perfect, 1-1. I have no idea why that pitch missed.
Yeah.
And foul back, 1-2. All right, Horton with a couple of pitches to waste here. He does have runners on, but there are 2 outs. And it looked like a changeup in and low, 2-2. A low changeup followed by a high fastball. They do not award. He asked for time. They do not give it, and he fouls the pitch off. So Heredia threw his hands up and asked for time. The umpire just stepped in and called for the pitch.
Yep. So if the Rough Riders hold on and win, you think we march Bellin back out tomorrow?
And this one foul back. Yeah, you know, you'll have some choices. Of course, Wolf went 7 full innings Tuesday night.
Right.
Horton's going to stack up some innings here tonight, so no danger in bringing Bellin back. He had great stuff last week. Pitched a complete game last week. Just could not get the zone tonight. The zone is very tight. We've talked about it. And a throw down to second. Runner's back safe. Just kind of took Bellin out of his normal rhythm, out of his game. So, yeah, he could certainly come back tomorrow. And this one foul back. Heredia making it tough. Taking the best Horton has. Two count, 2 away with 2 on. Straight deuces. And the big curveball. Oh, my goodness.
Ouch.
Full count. Everybody's running. Full count, 2 outs. Go, go, go. And right down the middle, twice the ice strikeout, and he froze him. What a big pitch in a big spot with 2 on. The Riders limit the threat. It's still a 6-3 lead. We'll head to the, where are we? Top of the 6th.
That's right. We're moving along.
One of my favorite memories is waking up on Sunday morning at Grandma's house to the smell of breakfast. Now, Diamond B Cafe's not quite Grandma's house, but it's pretty darn close. Now, it may take an extra minute to get the food to the table, but quality takes time. Diamond B Cafe on the corner of Timpson and Tenahawk in Center. If you're in a hurry and need a quick pick-me-up, stop by Diamond B Coffee, 500 Hurst Street, serving specialty coffees, breakfast, lunch, and sweets.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with best of Nacogdoches and best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
Hope Community Medicine is a nonprofit faith initiative with the primary mission of providing quality health care to the people of East Texas, regardless of race, religion, socioeconomic status, or ability to pay. At Hope Community Medicine, they want to be the leading deep East Texas care provider recognized for their outstanding patient care, innovative technologies, programs, and medicines, as well as a highly motivated and distinguished staff. Hope Community Medicine, founded in faith, focused on family.
All right, welcome back. We do have some news about if the Rough Riders hang on. It will not be tomorrow. It will be Monday.
Center has prom tomorrow. There's a strike to Stockwell, so the count now 1-1. So the coaches have already agreed before this game to play a playoff. That one low, 2-1. To play, if necessary, they'll play a third game for the tiebreak. It will be Monday. And a swing and a miss for Stockwell, 2-2. Not sure about the time yet, and we think it's going to be in Hudson at neutral ground. Stockwell hits this a mile high. There are 3 Eagles converging, and the center fielder Hicks calls for it and makes the play.
We debate this all the time. What is a group of Eagles? Is it a squadron?
A squadron, a squawk of Eagles.
A squawk.
We're going to call it a squawk.
A nest. There was a nest of Eagles.
There was a whole nest of Eagles out there.
We know a group of Rough Riders is a posse.
It's a posse. Yeah, that's pretty easy. Better than, being the gang of outlaws. We'll take posse.
Right. President Roosevelt was not an outlaw most of the time.
All right. Barnes doing a good job. He's had some really good at-bats here, taking a lot of pitches. Already got a hit and drew a walk.
That's right. And they made a huge play in the field.
Oh, goodness gracious. There's
my.
There's a strike in on his chest. He had to back out to keep from getting hit. 1-2.
The umpire is now ready to go home.
And a swing and a miss, and they tag Barnes for the out, so that'll do it. We'll come back for the bottom of the.
No, I think that's just 2.
Is that 2 outs?
That's just 2.
Okay, so the scoreboard. Sorry, folks, the scoreboard had 2 on the board already before Barnes is at bat.
That's why you got to pay attention to the Wallington Charles Pierce scoreboard.
Tell you what, we just all kinds of mistakes tonight. That takes us back to the top of the order now. 2 outs. And Easton Wolf steps back in.
They finally retired Easton. I think it's the first time he's been retired in some time. Because
fouls this off the light pole.
Yeah. That's because he got a rough start out the gate.
Yeah, he slipped down on the carpet.
Yep.
His last at bat, and they finally threw him out. That pitch high and misses 1-1. Got the Nomar Garcia Parra wristband check every time. Got to get the Velcro just right.
Yeah, got to have the tension or the pressure.
And misses. There, I'm going to guess they're staying away from Wolf here. 2-1. And this is a foul ball off his foot. 2-2.
Yeah. Fooled him.
Went with an off-speed pitch there, and Easton got way ahead of it. Two count, 2 away.
We see over here where the on deck is. It's awful close.
And that one skips in, full count. Yeah, it's, 12, maybe 15 feet from the batter's box. You're right. That's one of the closest circles I've seen.
I just noticed that just now. I mean, you're really just right there.
It's part of the carpet here, so that's not a fluke. That's where they wanted it. Wolf hits this right back up the middle. Base hit into center field. A little 2-out magic from Easton Wolf.
Locke, he spanked that ball. There's no way to describe it. He spanked it.
He hit that so hard, he got dirt flying on a pitcher's mound that's not dirt.
Yeah.
He scalded that ball. It got past the pitcher, got past a diving second baseman into center field, and Wolf's on. A little two-out rally here, and T.J. Bellin comes in. Big lead by Easton. And that pitch misses, ball one. Wolf with a big lead at first. They come to the plate, 2-0.
Billin had one with just a little more oomph. It would have left the park. Like you said, if it was at 350, it was about 348.
And he hits this sharply, but foul, 2-1. Yeah, he gave it a heck of a ride a while ago. There's no wind whatsoever in the park. Had there been a slight breeze, it would have been gone. Wolf with another half step at first. And Bellin takes one right down the middle, 2-2. That's the pitch he was waiting on.
Yep.
Wolf goes, and the pitch goes to the backstop and bounces. Wolf looks. He's going to third. The catcher was a little slow getting there, and they're going to call him out at third. Tough call there. The catcher ran over. The ball bounced off the wall, and the catcher really wasn't hustling back, and Wolf saw it, so he went ahead and stretched it. We told you how aggressive he was, and he almost pulled it off.
Well, you know, and if he'd have noticed as he was stealing second and hadn't held up and looked, he'd have made it.
Oh yeah, if he would have kept coming, but the out is made. Don't mind being aggressive, especially in a situation like this. We've got a 3-run lead here in the bottom of the sixth when we come back.
Especially with 2 outs. So
yeah,
I mean,
2 outs, 3-run lead. Nothing wrong with that choice.
Again, tonight's broadcast brought to you by Joe's Car Spa. It is not a car wash. It is a car spa. If you love your car, go get it a little TLC at the car spa.
That's
little
right.
massage the tires.
Well, you've got all that rain is behind us, so everybody needs to kind of get their car looking clean here for the weekend. We've got a lot of weekend activities going on. The weather's nice.
Yep.
Go check out Joe's Car Spa.
Yeah, we're going to keep it here. We're going to talk about, again, I told you center tire. My truck.
Yeah, finish your story.
But tire disintegrated, called up Trey, sent the guy out, replaced the tire. Not just not fixed it, replaced it.
Broke it off the rim, right?
Yeah. So finally today, I got my truck in town, and I call up Center Tire. I talked to Trey. I was like, "Man, tell me, this is what I want. You know, I want something that will use some grip."
Yeah.
He goes, "Are you wanting to go mudding?" I was like, "No, I don't need that." And he was like, "Yeah, you don't need that if you're gonna be driving on the road and all that stuff." So he went back and looked and got me some great tires, just perfect, just what I was looking for.
They've got a huge selection down at Center Tire.
That's right.
You know, a lot of folks have tire shop written on the sign, but that doesn't mean they have anything in stock. They may have to order it, but Trey keeps a warehouse full for all makes and models.
Yep. So I was gonna drop it off, but I got up there and he said, "We'll get it right to it." Got right to it, and I just waited, and in a very few minutes I was out of there.
Horton working quickly here.
Yeah, he's working faster
count.
than me. He's not letting me talk about Center Tire.
And that one foul back. So Horton going right at Davis here. Already puts 2 strikes across the plate. Davis fouls off the next one he sees. Bottom of the 6th. Riders are up 6-3. And there it is. Oh, my goodness.
Well, we know the umpire's not going to call that one. It's got to be a good deal above the knee to get the call. So
1-2.
And that's been consistent with both teams.
2-2.
He's going to have to bring it up a little bit, right, like that right there.
There it is, baby. Twice the ice strikeout by Logan Horton. That's
number 7, I believe, on the
I
unit.
was going to say, we're getting above the half dozen mark. 7 on the count. Horton pitching well. That's going to bring up number 12, Pepin. This is the 9-hole hitter.
Lane's had an inordinate amount of them pop out of his glove like that. It normally doesn't happen.
And same pitch, and no call there, 2-0. And this one is popped into left. It'll be playable for Atkinson, and he puts it away for the second out. Atkinson really didn't even have to move, folks. Just put up the glove and make the catch.
Bentley Moore.
Moore up. He was a sturdy pitcher tonight. Only made it a couple of innings before he was replaced.
Top of the order for Rusk, and that one's right down the middle, strike one. Horton going at him and going at him quickly.
Well, the game on Monday, it certainly allows you to have pretty much everybody available, I would think, for both squads.
Yeah.
So we'll see the picture. I'll certainly see the picture y'all saw Tuesday.
And that one fouled out of play. Yeah, Davis, I would expect to be back on the hill. Of course, we'll probably throw Wolf. It'll be another gym, folks. If you can be on the road Monday, come see these riders. And that one high, he held up. If you can't be on the road, we'll bring it to you live Monday night. Oh, the good curveball. He just got a piece of it.
That was almost twice the ice strikeout number 8 for Horton.
2-2, 2 outs. And that one misses, full count. And Lane turns around and you sure? I don't know where I missed. And this one fouled back as well. You know it's close when the catcher turns around and says, "Where did I miss?"
Yep.
Full count. Foul back. Horton making good pitches here.
Yes, he is.
Moore doing a good job fighting off stuff. And there it is.
Got him.
Strike 3. He froze him at the plate. A twice the ice strikeout by Horton. I believe that's 8.
Number 8 on the evening.
And we are headed to the 7th inning. The Riders carry a 6-3 lead into the final frame here from Rusk. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by Joe's Car Spy. We'll pull him up and hear him one last time right there on Tenahall Street.
Hey, y'all got a dirty truck.
Well, then take it to Joe's Car Spa for a spa day.
At Joe's, they make them shine.
And they're standing by to work with the community.
They was elected best of Shelby County this year, and it's called Joe's, but it probably ought to be called Reed since Reed Grant owns it.
So, Billy Don, when it's time for your car or truck to have a spa day, where do you take it?
I don't know where.
Behold the chicken fried steak sandwich. This particular chicken fried steak sandwich can only be found at Diamond Big Cafe in Center, Texas. And it pairs very well with seasoned fries and sweet tea. And if you're lucky, there'll be some of that Nana's banana pudding to go along with it. Get by Diamond Big Cafe in Center and see the wonderful folks and all the wonderful menu items for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Do you own a plot of land? If you do, no matter what the size or the makeup of that plot, Bird Forestry needs to be on your side. They like to say, it's your forest. Let Bird Forestry help you manage it.
All right, here we go. Top of the 7th. See if riders can tack on a couple of insurance runs. Like we, just for folks that don't listen regularly, insurance is important.
That's right. If you are protecting your assets well, you have them insured. Well, you know what? Your life is probably your biggest asset. So protect not only your family, your kids.
You guys sell some life insurance at JBA Financial?
We've got a little bit of life insurance available at JBA. Come see us. We can insure just about anybody. There are various forms of life insurance we can offer to help protect not only your family, but your business partners. Come see us at JBA.
There we go, right to the shortstop.
Boy, that was a hard hit ball right at the shortstop.
Man.
Tough break for TJ.
Bellin has struck the ball really hard all night long. I think he's 1 out of 3 out of that.
That was a line drive.
Yep.
But right at Blankenship. All right, Jaden Lane steps in. Lane's been a tough out all night. And that pitch high and outside. Hill still on the bump for the Rusk Eagles, trying to go all the way here.
He's coming in, done a really good job for the Eagles.
And Jaden did offer at that 1-1.
I think he's only given up like 1 run, right? Or maybe 1 or I think 1, maybe 2.
And this should be a base knock in the gap. Yes, sir. That gets down, and Jaden Lane has another hit.
Great play by the center fielder. That could have gone all the way to the fence and been at least 2. But Lane is going to be held to a single.
Lane just, every time he comes to the plate, he impresses you. I
Yep.
mean, that pitch wasn't easy to handle. He didn't try to kill it. He put a base knock on it, put it in play, and he's at first base. And Cody Atkinson steps in and takes a ball in the dirt. So 1 away for Atkinson. And he's going to hit this sharply to third. They will go to second and get Lane at second. Atkinson safe at first. So 2 away here. Cody hit that pretty hard. The third baseman thought about it, but decided to go ahead and go after Lane. Of course, Lane's the catcher. So not the fastest wheels. You always want to try to take the lead if you can, take the lead off if you can.
It's going to bring up Horton.
And that pitch high for ball 1.
Who came in and really shut down the Eagles. Fake throw.
So he had not gotten on the mound. They're going to ask about that. Did he make contact with the mound? If he made contact with the mound, he has to make a throw.
Right.
It's a balk if he was touching the rubber. And I think that's what the umpire's asking for clarification.
That's a huge deal if you put Atkinson on second with the speed that he's got.
Yeah, with two outs here.
All right, now playing some good music. Cody Jinks, one of my favorite entertainers of any sort.
That's the discussion. They're not going to call a ball. He did not. He was standing, as you see him now, he was standing to the side of the rubber, but they were asking if his toes were touching, then that's a balk. It's only that way at first base. If you turn to first, you must make a throw. And this is going to be fouled back by Horton. He had not come in contact with the rubber, is what the umpires discussed, so he was not required to throw. Atkinson going. It's a hit and run. Horton puts it out and foul. Boy, that would have been dangerous if Horton would have got that down.
Yeah.
Atkinson was already halfway to second.
Oh yeah, that would have scored Atkinson in an easy fashion.
Top of the 7th, Coach Ellis still aggressive, putting the hit and run in play there. So the count now 1-2 to Horton. 2 outs. Atkinson at first. And this one foul back as well. They pick Atkinson at first. He's back safe. They did catch him stepping away. Pretty good move by Hill out on the mound.
Been impressed with Hill.
Atkinson going to be a little more attentive. And this is slapped in, base hit. Atkinson hits second. He's going to dig for third. Not sure that was a good idea, folks. Look at Coach Ellis's hands. They're up all the way. Atkinson never looked at his coach. He rounded second and kept coming. Coach Ellis is saying, do you see my hands? That's why I'm standing here. Hey, that's okay. We're up 6-3. And we'll be right back for the bottom of the seventh.
People come to Covington Lumbers for construction projects, and one of those, paint projects. Whether it's exterior or interior, Covington's has you covered. With the Farrell Calhoun brand, over 120 years of excellence, vivid colors.
For paint, it's Covington's.
Jack Allen.
Yes, sir.
What's something you like about TNR Steaks and More?
Oh, everything that they make that is fried.
Okay, give me an example.
Like the fried catfish, the fried chicken, anything that has crust on it, I love.
That and a good salad. TNR Steaks and More. Granny B's Snow Cone Center is your source for great summer treats. It begins with quality shaved ice, and from there you get everything from the single-colored snow cone to a really creative summer treat. And besides, the counselor likes it. They're also your home for Dippin' Dots. They've been supporting the Rough Riders for a mighty long time. So pull up to the window at Granny B's and let them serve you something special.
All right, everybody, this is it for Rusk. Down to their last 3 outs, and Horton is dealing.
And this one hit
it's gonna
high,
stay fair.
foul.
It's going to stay in the park.
And Link makes the catch in foul territory for the first out. One pitch, one swing, and 1 out.
Now batting number 7, Cade Blankenship.
Blankenship, this is the three-hole hitter, so we're going to face the heart of the order here, 2, 3, and 4. This is hard hit in the gap for a base hit. Blankenship knew what to do with that fastball.
Now batting number 24, Carter Holland.
I mean, that's what they got to do. They got to get a couple base runners.
Holland, the big DH, steps in. 1 out and a man on first.
There we go.
And Horton sets him up a fastball, strike 1. And this is hit a mile-high foul.
Hold on, it's gonna leave the park.
It's hooking, there it goes. Barnes and Stockwell gave it a chase, but that ball well over the fence. We call that a long strike.
Mm-hmm. What's 0-2.
Big lead at first. That pitch outside, 1-1.
That's 2 strikes, I thought.
And Lane did a good job. That ball skipped in front of the plate. Lane actually caught it clean right off his chest. 2-1.
Look at the umpire. I think it's 2-2.
Well,
did he say 2-1? He's saying 2-1.
No, 2-2. He's calling 2-2. Okay,
Yeah.
So there is a strike I missed. 2-2. This one straight up on the infield. Wolf's going to call it and put it away. 2 outs. Horton has been the fireman tonight. He came out and put out a bases-loaded fire.
Barring something crazy, he will likely be our Center Motor Company player of the game.
All right, 2 away, man on first base. And that one skipped in. Lane did a fantastic job, slid out and caught that ball one-handed.
I think Lane could have thrown it down in first and gunned the runner out. But, I mean, that's probably not what you want to do here.
Yeah, because if you miss, that guy's in scoring position and possibly standing at third. This one foul back, as well as Horton is dealing right here.
Yeah.
Go after the batter. Should be a 1-1 count.
It is 1-1. They bailed Horton out. That was going to be a ball.
And that's fouled out as well. 1-2.
1-2. So here we go. Seeking Horton can find something. Maybe reach back, get a little more juice, and blow it by him here.
Got a couple of pitches to waste here. And that one foul back. Has thrown the changeup well tonight. Worked in the curveball. See what he comes with here. And that's the changeup, but it is inside and misses 2-2. There's another changeup. Full count.
This is dangerous because you're going to bring the tying run to the plate if you put him on.
You'll see a fastball here for sure.
Yeah, almost certainly.
Full count, 2 outs. The runner's going to get a lead. And this is hit a mile high into left. Atkinson sets up. And ball game. Atkinson makes the play, and we split with the Rusk Eagles. There'll be a playoff forced Monday night. What a ball game. Riders with a 6-3 win.
Rusk Eagles 3, Center 6.
All right, folks, that'll do it for the game. Hear from a couple sponsors. We come back. It'll be the Aurora Concepts postgame show live here on NETSN.
The following sponsors back all of our area teams all spring long. They include Batters Law Firm. When your case matters, it's got to be Batters. Hope Medical, providing quality medical care, also provides hope. Portacool, maker of the Apex Series fans for peak cooling. Sandy Cox Insurance, your State Farm Good Neighbors, supports all the Piney Woods teams. Diamond Bees, for cooking just like home. And Blake Furniture on Selma Street, the best furniture at the best prices. And Farmer State Bank, an institution for over a century. Piney Woods Sports and NETSN say thank you to our season-long sponsors that proudly bring us Center softball and baseball. Ace Hardware is the place. Center Tire, new ownership, new services, same attention to quality. And Covington Lumber, your third-generation supply store and lumber yard. These fine following sponsors bring you our coverage of Piney Woods sports. Sandy Creek Land Enhancement, helping you make the most of your property. The great flavors of Rancho Grande, a great place to celebrate. First National Bank Tenaha, helping the area grow. Dr. Deborah Worsham, local choice, local expertise.
Everybody, welcome back to the Aurora Concepts post-game show live here on NETSN. Riders come away with a 6-3 victory here in a game they had to have against the Rusk Eagles to force a play-in game, which appears to be going to be Monday at some point in Hudson. So that's going to be great. Wyndham Family Dental, something to smile about, and I'm just going to say the resilience of the team, and they come out and do so well. And here comes Jason Locke back with a big smile on his face. We're here from Wyndham Family Dental. We'll be right back.
Excuse me there, son. I'm new to town, and I only have one tooth in my head. Where do I go to get it repaired? Oh, you're looking for Wyndham Family Dentistry. Clayton Paul, Anna Joy, Danny Paul, any of the Wyndhams will fix you up. Oh, thank you kindly.
At Aurora Concepts, our team of doctors and advanced
Oh, hello. All right, welcome back, folks. We've got an issue with our camera all of a sudden, and I'm not sure what that is, but we do have our player of the game, Center Motor Company. Go ahead, Jason Locke.
We are here. There we are. We're back
there we
on.
are. There we go.
We are here with our Center Motor Company player of the game, Mr. Logan Horton. Logan got to play a little fireman tonight. You came in a tough spot in the second inning, bases loaded. Tell us what was going through your mind when Coach Ellis handed you the ball.
Yeah, I mean, I never really.
Move it closer there.
Yeah. There we go. Try again.
I never really expected that. You know, TJ's been good all year, and he had a bad inning, and I came in and saved him. I got his back.
Well, and TJ, we were talking about it on air, has had an incredible start in his last start. The weird thing is the opposing pitcher had a bad night as well.
Yep.
So neither starting pitcher got past the second inning. You were able to come in. We have you tallied at 8 strikeouts tonight. Now, according to your mom, and I'm going to trust her because she's the official keeper of the scorebook, you have 209 career strikeouts at Center High School. Congratulations, that's a phenomenal number.
Yes, sir, I appreciate it. She done made me take a lot of pictures. So, yeah.
Well, after a tough night Tuesday night, I mean, we were 0-0 going into extra innings. I know it was disappointing, but as a senior, as one of the leaders of this team, tell us what tonight means to you.
Yeah, I mean, it was tough. We had a talk that we knew this was either win or go home, and, we came here a little bit earlier and got extra warm, and, it showed today. We played good.
Yeah, great outing tonight. Y'all were hot from with the bats. Tell us about that. You were hitting the ball well. Everybody was stroking it well. What was going on with the bats?
I guess we just had a good team game. Coach Ellis moved us around in the lineup, and it seemed to work. So I think we should keep it like that.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations not only on a great night tonight,
but
a great career. What do you have?
So how do you come in? Because that seemed to be a very small strike zone from both sides. I mean, he would call us, but. How long did it take you to get adjusted to what he was doing? Because it seemed like it was. I mean, he was measuring it at the knee. I mean, it had to be above the knee to be a strike.
Yeah, it had to be middle, and I just got lucky they didn't hit good. I mean, I guess.
Well, at some point, right? You got to throw it. You got to make it a strike.
Yeah,
you got to make them swing at it.
You have
right?
to, or you'll walk them. And I walked a couple just because I didn't throw them down the middle.
Right.
But and it is what it is.
A good adjustment on your half, and being able to come in and put out the fire and finish things off. Hey, you get another shot Monday night. All right, you're still going.
Same thing.
How excited are you for Monday?
I'm ready. Right. I'm glad we win this. I think we got a good shot Monday.
All right, well, great. Congratulations. 8 strikeouts tonight, 209 for the career. Fantastic. Logan Horton, thank you so much. Our Center Motor Company player of the game.
Thank you.
All right, so we got Coach over here. We'll hear from Center Motor Company real fast. We'll come back with our JBA Financial Coach Talk right after this. Oh, no, never mind. We got Coach.
Are you going to stay on?
We're just going to stay on because I know he's got stuff to do.
Step in here, Coach.
Got to move the camera up a little bit.
I need a box to stand on or something.
All right, well, Coach, this was the most important game of the night. There's another important baseball game going on. It's UT and A&M playing.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute.
On the way back. But this was a big winner go home game for the team tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean it was. We came out swinging the bats early, and we got some runs, and it really gave TJ an opportunity. Gave him a few more pitches to kind of get settled in. He just didn't look like himself. But with 4-1 lead, he's done it all year. So he's it's kind of typical. Maybe a little erratic in the zone early on, but he kind of locks in. It just wasn't happening for him for whatever reason. The umpire, just on both sides it was tough.
He had
for pitchers.
He had a stingy strike zone.
Pretty tight.
It was, and so that's just part of the game, and playing in these games. I mean, the experience is for these sophomores is really good. TJ's a senior, and obviously we have another great thing about it is we have another game on Monday.
Yeah.
So as a senior, he should learn from this. It should really kind of motivate him to he barreled some balls too. I mean, he just had an unlucky night. I mean, he hit balls well right at guys. So
sure did.
At the end of the day, Logan did a great job coming in, and what he's done all year. Kind of flipped him and Easton just to kind of keep guys fresh.
Yeah.
And And it worked out, you know. So, you know, we got a big game Monday versus these guys in Hudson. I don't know. It depends on what Palestine did. So, if Palestine beat Madisonville, then we play Rusk at 7 o'clock in Hudson. If Madisonville beat Palestine lost, then there's a three-way tie. We got to flip. And then the first game we played at 5 o'clock in Hudson, and the second game will be played after, but we don't know who yet.
Right.
That's the scenario.
Okay. We'll keep everybody abreast of that. So that's good information to have. So one way or the other, Coach, we'll be here on Monday.
We'll be in Hudson.
We'll be in
we
Hudson.
Won't be in Rusk.
Correct.
But we'll have the Center Rusk game live Monday for the final spot headed into the playoffs. So we noticed tonight you kind of mixed up the batting order a little bit, coming off that tough game Tuesday night. What a phenomenal pitching performance Tuesday night. But coming off that, you mixed things up a little bit. What was the game plan going in tonight?
Well, just TJ's had a lot of success against lefties.
Right.
And really all I did was flip him and Logan. You know, outside of that, everything pretty much stayed the same.
Yeah.
So, you know, Logan, you know, he's you can hit him anywhere in the order.
Yeah.
He's just a great player. And, you know, TJ, he hits balls hard off lefties. And that's kind of – I knew what he, you know, the guy pitching, and I know the success TJ has off of lefties, so that was kind of the change.
Yeah, I want to talk about another player, another youngster, Barnes, who you got confidence in have him out there playing, and he swung the bat well. And then I remember one time he made a huge play. He turned what we knew would be a double, and he kept it at a single because you had him positioned correctly, number one.
The ball hit down the line,
then
you're right.
But then he busted it over and got it. I mean, that's a big difference because they've got a runner in scoring position if he doesn't make that play.
Right, yeah, Zai he's worked, you know, he's worked his way into that spot. I mean, with practices and the games with the JV, and, you know, he's kind of my fourth arm behind. He was, you know, if Logan ran out of pitches, that was his last batter.
Yeah.
Pitch count-wise, Zai was coming in the game to pitch. So he had to pitch with the JV, kind of, you know, he's such a versatile player, and I needed him to pitch, though. So you go to playoffs, you got to have a fourth guy. So Zai's kind of our guy. When he pitches, our defense is, I mean, honestly, probably even better. So because that allows me to make some other changes.
Oh, sure, absolutely.
Yeah. With, you know, those moves will happen when they happen.
That's right.
Well, a lot of emotion out there tonight. I know there were a couple of tense moments. Tell us, with Sutton making the tag at third, what did you see? We thought it was a pretty obvious play, but obviously it kind of went off the rails for a minute.
Yeah, so he for sure tagged him. I mean, it was a pretty hard tag, actually, right up against his face and then down his chest. And I don't know why Sutton went back to tag him again, because the umpire didn't make an immediate call. Obviously, that tells me he was potentially blocked out of the call.
Right, yeah.
To not make a call. So when the guy's going back, the kid's normal reaction is, well, the umpire didn't see it, so I better get him before he goes back again.
Right.
And that makes him safe. But luckily, the guy in the field saw that he had tagged him because he had an angle.
Yeah.
But, you know, the umpire got blocked out, and I get that. But, so, yeah, I'm glad they got that call right.
All right. Well, hey, it ended up being a big night. Getting the early lead sure makes things a little better for pitchers. And we know you're excited to still be in this thing. So looking forward to Monday.
Yep.
Any last word, your thoughts on Monday night?
No, I mean, come out and support these guys. They've been working hard all year. And, I mean, this is what these guys grind for, you know, and train for, and I mean, it's your playoffs.
Right.
So they start Monday.
Right. So if we, depending on the circumstances, we could be at 7. Make the drive to Hudson.
That's right.
Right. Go get some Juanita fish camp before, and then come on out and support the riders. If it's 5 and you can't get there for the first game, if we play, tune in. We'll have it.
That's right.
We'll have both games.
All right. Great.
All right.
Congratulations,
Thank
Coach.
Appreciate
Thanks,
Look
Coach.
forward to Monday night.
All right. We'll see you Monday. All right, folks, that's our JBA Financial Coach Talk, brought to you again by Jason Locke and Coach John Black. And also our Center Motor Company Player of the Game, which is, again, Logan Horton with strikeout number 209, we believe.
209 for his Center High School career. What a number.
All right, so we'll hear from those two very valuable sponsors. When we come back, we'll close the show out. Here, the Rough Riders again come away with the 6-3 victory here tonight in Rusk, Texas.
JBA Financial Services brings you Coach Talk, and there's a reason for that. John Black knows that when you're preparing for an important game, you need a plan, and they'd like to be a part of the details, the X's and O's of that plan. He's put together a good team, a coaching staff that would help you and your family get where they want to go. At JBA Financial Services, they're working to secure your family's future. Center Motor Company. From whatever angle you look at it, you see Ford. Ford trucks, SUVs like the Bronco, and iconic cars like the Mustang. A legacy managed by Kevin Jones and created by Ray Jones. Center Motor Company on Hurst Street in Center.
All right, everybody, welcome back. It's the final sequence here. Get final thoughts from you, Jason Locke.
Just, once again, a split. Tuesday night, very tough game. Lost in extra innings, 1-0. Come here tonight, jump out early, 6-3, and hold on. Just an all-around effort. You heard Coach Ellis talk about it. The whole team played up to the game that was needed, and we're still in this thing. So Monday night, whole new attitude, whole new ball game, and this one's for all the money.
That's right. So
to go to the playoffs, we got to win Monday night. We were checking, and the score is 0-0 in the fourth with Palestine-Madisonville. That may affect what happens if Madisonville comes back and wins that game. Otherwise, we'll be on Monday night at 7 p.m.
Right, that's right. And that has, and I'm trying to figure out from the district standings what effect that would have.
Well,
if Palestine,
it keeps us in a tie. There's still a three-way tie with Palestine, and then you get into coin flips and extra games, and that's beyond the scope of what we know yet. So
well, we know if that happens. So you're going to have one team. The first two teams will play.
Yeah.
The winner of that game is in the third spot.
Yeah, they'll play at 5.
Right.
And then the winner of that game's in the third spot, and we'll have to play the other team. Is that the way? Is that? I think that's the way.
I'm not sure if it's going to be that way, or if you play, you win, you're in, and then the loser has to play the other team, and the winner of that's the fourth spot. I'm not sure.
That may be.
We'll find that out.
The main thing that matters is we got to win Monday night no
That's
matter
right.
what.
That's right. And again, my final thought is the fact that this district is so even.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Bullard that's probably going to be the district champs. We played them tight in both our ball games, but then Madisonville we won both of those, but they were close games. We split with Palestine. We split with Rusk. Hudson. We gave one away.
Yeah, we were in every game we played, and this is a scrappy bunch.
Yep.
And they're young. When we lose 1-0. I mean, and we're not blowing up games. I like the way we play baseball.
I do. It's great. All right, well, folks, thank you, Mr. Locke. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Thank you for the folks that have tuned in this evening. And we're going to leave now. We'll be back Monday in Hudson. We don't know if it's going to be 5 or if it's going to be 7. We don't know if it's going to be Palestine or if it's going to be these Rusk Eagles again. But whatever it's going to be, it's going to be fun.
That's right. Can't wait.
All right. Everybody, we'll see you. Have a good weekend. Remember, everything you do, make sure it's nothing but net.
We thank you for watching the Aurora Concepts postgame show. We have a big thanks to our postgame sponsors, Dairy Queen, Wyndham Family Dental, Wiggins Family Farms, Center Motor Company, JBA Financial, and Tammy Steptoe Realty, and of course, Aurora Concepts, who says, let us take care of you. Stay tuned for the Batters Law Firm Final Scoreboard live from the Bowles Feed Blimp. We'll see you next week. Until then, it's first down and 7 days to go.
The proceeding was a presentation of Watlington, Shires, and Pierce Productions. We hope you have an awesome and blessed night. God bless America, God bless our troops, and God bless each and every one of you.